Three.
Welcome to the second video of English class. Now, moving further, in the previous class, in the previous video, I have shown you the poem and I hope you all must have read with me. Now, in this video of the same chapter, of the same poem, Comparisons, we are going to learn three things. Now, what are the things? The first thing is summary. Summary means the main ideas of the chapter, of the story, of the poem, of the drama, whatever it is. Now, as because this is a poem, we are going to learn the main ideas of the poem. The second thing that we will learn is I'll be explaining you the lines of the poem along with the meanings of the difficult words that we will come across. The third thing that is for you all to be done. I will be writing the difficult words on the board and you need to copy it down in your classwork copy. For that, you need to be prepared beforehand with your copy and your pencil. Clear? Now, let's move on with the explanation. Before moving on with the explanation, let me start the summary. Let me explain you the main ideas that we are going to learn about this poem. Now, as because this the name of this poem is Comparisons, I have told you in my previous video also, and I have shown you the demonstration also, in which you all have seen how to find out differences between two different or two same things. Do you remember? Yes, I think you should be remembering that. Now, following that concept of the comparison of the demonstration that I showed, this poem mainly deals with comparing of one thing with the other one. In this poem, there's a small child like you all who is watching the video. He is comparing himself to many things that he sees around. And he also, in the meantime, when he is comparing himself to the things around, he is observing many different things who is comparing themselves to other things that they see. Okay, so this poem mainly deals with this idea, with this theme. Now, moving on further, I'll be starting the explanation of the lines of the poem. For this, I will be reading the lines and you will be listening to me carefully and understanding the meanings. As I have shown you earlier, let me start with the first stanza. The elephant is, if you can see, the elephant is very large and I am very small. The snail might say as much to me, he would think me very tall. Have you all seen an elephant? I hope yes. You must have seen an elephant. How big, how great, and how tall in size an elephant is. So, when this child, like you all, when he's comparing himself to the large elephant, he is very sad and he is thinking, oh my god, look at this elephant. It is so big in size, and look at me. I'm so small. Similarly, the snail, you all must have seen a snail which always comes out in the garden or in the damp areas, especially in the rainy season. So the snail, when he is comparing itself to that small child like you all, it is thinking, oh my god, this child, look at this child. God has made this child so big, and look at me, I'm so small. Now again, here the comparisons are drawn between the boy or between the child, between the elephant as well as the snail and the child. Clear? Moving further, coming to the next stanza is a rose. A rose is to a lady bird a palace grand and sweet, as big as houses must appear to children in the street. As you can see, there are two words which are highlighted with red. Okay. Do you know why this is highlighted with red? Yes, that's right, because those are new words for you and you need to understand the meaning of those words. So let me first come up with the meaning of those words which were highlighted. The first word which you came across was palace. Palace means a very large house. The next word that we got was street. Street means a narrow road. Narrow means a very, say, very thin. Okay, a very small passage through which we get into or we move out. Clear? So these were the new words that came in this stanza. Now explanation is a rose is to a ladybird a palace grand and sweet. Okay, if you see a ladybird is so small in size as you can see in this picture. See this ladybird? It is so small in size. So this ladybird is comparing itself to a beautiful flower which you all must have seen, that is a rose. Rose looks so pretty, so beautiful. The same uh, the same thing comes into the mind of ladybird also. It is also thinking, look at this rose, what's my life, look at this rose, it is so beautiful, it is so grand, like a palace. A palace is a very large house and I am so small, I am of no use, I am nothing in front of this rose. The next line, as big as houses must appear to children in the street. The rose, the size of the rose is to the ladybird like a tall building, as you all must, when you move into the lanes or when you move into your city, you must have seen very tall buildings. So this rose is like a tall building to this ladybird. Okay, so it's only about the thought, it's only about the vision that we see, we understand it in that way. Clear? I hope you all are understanding. Moving on to the third stanza, that is, and stars that look so wee are big, some bigger than the sun, and yet they sprinkle all the sky like currents in a bun. The star. Now again, before moving to the explanation, I'll come to the difficult words. The words were we, sprinkle and currents. The meaning of we is very small. Sprinkle means to throw things here and there. What do at home? You just go home after your school and you just throw your bags here, tie, belts, books, copies, everything. You just keep it scattered and everywhere you just throw it. So that is a way we can call it as sprinkle. But here this word sprinkle is used in some other way, as it is the comparison. I'll be explaining you in which aspect this sprinkle word is used. Currants is small dried grapes. Small dried grapes, they are also called as currants. Do you like eating dried grapes? Yes. Okay. So here the stars that look so small in size, they are actually not small. They are actually not wee. They are very large. Because why do they appear to be small to us? Why? Because it is so far from us. As because it is not near to us, they look very small, but actually they are not. They are actually bigger than the sun. And yet they sprinkle all the sky like currents in a bun. The stars may look smaller to us, may look very small, very tiny in size, but they happen to glitter the sky, to shine the sky with all its lightness, with all its uh, brightness everywhere in the sky. And these stars are compared to the small dried grapes which are sprinkled, which are scattered on a cake, on a pudding, or on even ice creams. Okay. Now coming to the last stanza. And though I am really 7 years old, so large compared with me is daddy's car. When I get down, I feel I am scarcely 3. So now here, again, the comparison of the child with his daddy's car come. You all must have gone with your dad somewhere in your car. So like you all must have been in the age group of 7 to 8 years, right? So the child like you, when you first see your daddy's car, you must be feeling, oh my god, look at my car, it is so big in size and I am small as compared to my car. When you sit inside the car, you at least you have the feeling, okay fine, I have, my height is maybe smaller than the car's height. But when you come out of the car, the sense of this taller, the feeling taller, that goes down again, because when you stand outside the car, even your height becomes smaller than what which you were having when you were inside the car. So this is again a comparison which the child has drawn with his daddy's car, that he is 7 years old when he is looking at his daddy's car, but when he comes outside after reaching to some destination, he's feeling, oh my god, look at me, I'm feeling as if I'm only of 3 years old. Now this is the poem in which everywhere you have gone into the comparison between an elephant, the boy, snail, cat, ladybird, rose, the stars, currents, and everything. Okay. Now the last word which I forgot to mention, the difficult word which was given here was scarcely. Scarcely means very little. Scarcely, it is used here, I feel I am scarcely 3. Scarcely means he feels, the child feels that I am only 3. Only, very little boy, only 3 years old. Clear? I hope the meaning of the poem is clear to you. Now, the next work that I will be giving you is to note down the difficult words that I am going to write on the board, and the homework will be given to you to repeat it. That also you need to do it. Clear? Because I know you all are having a great time at home and you all must be troubling your parents at home. So I'm giving you few works, not many, few works to do it at home. Now please take out your copy and get ready with it.
Hmm.
Are you ready with your copy, everyone? Please take down the lesson number, lesson name. You don't need to write this standard 2 English video number 2. This is not to be written. Just write lesson 1, chapter name, difficult words, and write down the words as I am writing it here. Okay? And by the time you are writing, please listen to the pronunciation of the words also. So that will make your words clear to understand. Okay? The first word that is difficult for you is snail. Snail is a type of creature. It's a small creature. The next word is ladybird. Lady, this word is made up of two words, that is lady and bird. You know what is this type of word called as? This type of word is called as compound words, that will be coming up in your next classes, in your next chapters. Okay, ladybird. This is again a type of creature. Next is palace. Insect. Okay, ladybird is a type of insect. The third word is palace. The word meaning I have already told you. It is a very large house. Fourth word is appear. Appear. Appear means which seem to, which looks like. Fifth word is street. Street means a lane, a way through which we move from one place to another. Sixth word is we. We means very small. W double E. There are two V, W E, and this is another V which we have learned today. This is a new word for you, which means very small. It has two E's repeated. Okay, it doesn't have single E like W E V. Seventh word is sprinkle. 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 Sprinkle means to throw things here and there. Eighth word is currents. Currants. Currants. Currants mean small dried grapes which are used to decorate the cakes, puddings, ice creams, and we also eat it without decoration. Like we can eat it without anything also. We eat it for our taste even. Ninth word is compared. C-O-M-P-A-R-E-D. Compared is the past form of compare. Comparison, we have already understood from the meaning which I told and from the activity also. Now this is the past verb form of compare. Last word is scarcely. S-C-A-R-C-E-L-Y. Scarcely. Scarcely means very little, hardly. Okay, hardly. Like for an example, we say, I have scarcely any pen in my box. That means I don't have many pens in my box. I have very little or very hardly few pens left in my box. So I hope the word meanings and the pronunciation of the words are clear to you. Note this down in your copy, and as homework, see, I'm writing on this part. This is your homework, children. Please note it down. This is very important for you all to do. What you have to do is you have to read the poem and write, or I can write repeat. Difficult words 2 times. In the same copy in which you are doing, that is your classwork copy. Okay, now you must be thinking from where to read the poem. For reading the poem, you can use parents portal. The link, the parents portal are already being used by your parents. Ask them, take their help and visit parents portal to take down the pages of the book. The few pages, few chapters are already uploaded because you all are staying at home and you don't have the books available with you. So you can take help from the parents portal and you can read the poem from there. And must repeat the difficult words in your copy. So we'll meet in the next video with the remaining exercises of the chapter, as well as keep visiting the parents portal for the homeworks as well as for the class works like word meanings, singular, plural, and many more exercises that will be uploaded in the parents portal. Keep visiting and download it from there. Thank you.